Okay, so earlier I did a live action review of the. Sorry, I'm checking my toe. I got a cut on it. Of One Piece chapter 870, and I originally said that the chapter wasn't that great, and I gave it a 3 out of 5. But I want to give it a 3.5 out of 5 because after I thought about it a little more, there was a lot more development that happened in it than I thought, especially with the Vinsmoke family. Mainly that being. Hold on one second. Gotta come prepared for these kinds of things. Mainly within the Vinsmoke family, and specifically between Judge and Sanji. The rest of them, I guess, not really. A little bit. There was some facial responses from Reiju that was her smiling and having emotions, so I guess that's kind of different from the rest of them. I think it was Ichiji who kind of showed some concern for Reiju when she got attacked by Big Mom's Heavenly Fire, or whatever it is. But for the most part, they didn't. They were just kind of off to the side. But between Sanji and Judge specifically, because this was the first time that Judge conceded something to Sanji, and Sanji was like, "Yo, never come back. I died at sea as a little kid. That's what you told everybody. That's what happened. I'm not a part of this family. Leave me alone. Don't come back." And Judge was, excuse me, I had a little cough going on. Judge was like, "All right, fine, I understand." Really cough. And that was something that, I don't know, I don't think anybody really expected to see Judge just be like, "Oh, okay, Sanji, you know what? Yeah, you're right." Because Judge this entire time has just been a huge son of a bitch. And so that was something that I thought was kind of cool. Also, looking back a little bit more on the chapter, a couple things I guess I didn't really touch on that much were, one, Nami and Brook being like, "Yo, we don't need to be here anymore. Everything that we wanted to do, we completed. And there's no reason for us to stick around and fight." I mean, granted, Luffy kind of screwed that up when he and Sanji jumped out at the end to save Reiju and fight Big Mom, but, I mean, they had a point. Everything they wanted to do, they did. They got her over in the Poneglyph, they saved Sanji, and they saved Sanji's family, which originally I said Sanji didn't want to do, but I'm looking back, and I'm pretty sure he did ask to save his family, even though he's like, "Yeah, I can't stand them, but they're still family," kind of thing. So everything they needed to do, they got done, and they don't really need to hang around anymore. With that being said, I'm kind of happy that Luffy and Sanji jumped out anyways. One, it was a really cool scene to see Luffy with his elephant gun, and Sanji with Jambe attacking Big Mom. Just because it's probably going to be really cool to see animated. And, I mean, come on, it's Luffy and Sanji just going at it. So, tag team on a Yonko, by the way. And I'm wondering if this is going to turn into something bigger than them just trying to run away. Honestly, I don't think we're going to get a huge fight between Big Mom, Sanji, and Luffy. I just don't. I honestly can't see Luffy beating a Yonko right now. It seems. I know he's got to do the Yonko saga thing, but honestly, I just don't think he's capable of it. He barely beat Doflamingo. Barely. He would have lost if he didn't have an entire city of people running around protecting him for 10 minutes. And if he just all of a sudden beats up Big Mom, it's like, come on, Oda. I mean, I know Oda has got to finish the story at some point, and you need to progress, but it just seems really sudden for that kind of thing to happen. So that's what I think about it, at least. We'll see. Who knows? I could be totally wrong, and Luffy could be a Big Mom all by himself right now. But at the same time, I'm kind of hoping that this gets the show gets on the road here, because I really want to see Wano. I really want to see Wano. I'm excited to see Law again. I'm really excited to see Zoro again. They're two of my favorite characters. I love both of them. Law being my favorite in the whole show. So, the man who hates bread himself. So yeah, I really want to get going to Wano. I have liked the Whole Cake Island a lot, but Wano. Gotta see Wano. I'm also really excited for Reverie. I think some cool things are going to go down there. Some story developments and characters that we haven't seen in a while, so that'll be nice. But anyways, back to the chapter. I was kind of going off on a tangent there, but yeah, the chapter was better than I originally um, kind of tagged it as. The artwork, yeah, there seems a couple things that were kind of rushed. I mean, it's whatever. Oda's got it. I mean, it's his job to make One Piece, but at the same time, have your own life and stay healthy. Oda, I know he's had some like health issues because all he does is just draw manga for 12 hours a day and sleeps for like 3. So, do you, Oda, stay healthy? But some of the art was a little bit shaky. There was a picture of Katakuri when he was standing next to Smoothie, and he looked kind of roughly drawn. But it's better than I can draw, so who am I to say anything negative about it? Couple other things about the chapter that I want to touch on real quick. One being the Tamate box was totally left out of this one, so I don't know if we're just kind of forgetting about it for a little while. I have a feeling it's going to like sneak in at the very end and be something that helps the Straw Hats get away. But until then, who knows? We don't even know where it fell. We just saw it fall off, and it's gone. Still packed with explosives. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Another thing about the chapter is I'm kind of worried. Well, nah, I don't know. I'm kind of worried that we weren't going to get any fights. I would have, as much as I do want to go to Wano, I do want to see a little bit of fighting in this arc, more so than we had. They've been really quick fights. None of them have really been fleshed out. And I want to see something with Sanji. I want Sanji to do something like really badass, aside from saving his family and getting away from Big Mom and all that. And okay, when he was dodging the jelly beans and everything at the wedding ceremony, that was prime Sanji right there. I want to see him whoop some ass and like. Honestly, I'd be okay if it was just like a Sanji beatdown, like not even close, him just like pummeling someone, just so I could get like real stoked off Sanji. But this chapter there was no real fight except for the very end when him and Luffy tag team on Big Mom, and we'll see what goes from there. Really excited for next week. This was kind of like a transitional chapter. Hoping that next week's chapter is either it goes kind of into a serious fight or they just kind of bail, because I don't really want this arc to keep dragging out. I mean, not that it's dragged out, the pacing's been pretty good, but right now I just want to either go to Wano or see some dope fights. And that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I don't really want there to be a lot of exposition or a bunch of just like talking that doesn't really go anywhere. One thing I'll say is the comedy of this chapter is pretty good, with just Gastino freaking out the whole time. So props to him for being a loser. It's entertaining for me to read. Yeah, but with that being said, I'll tweak my review to like 3.5. It was a little bit better than I originally rated it as. So yeah, One Piece chapter 870, everyone.